Right, man. Hello. I'm back. So this video is a little bit of a statement, a little bit of a motivational testimony for you guys. Kind of just letting you guys know to keep pushing. As you know, with all the shit we deal with, it can be hard, but I want you all to be making YouTube channels. I want you all to be doing everything you can to follow what calls to you, to do what makes you happy, right? Do what makes you happy. Don't do what makes your friends happy. Don't do what makes your family happy, right? Don't trust perps. Don't trust the people around you. Don't let them drag you through the mud, because that's a bit of what I've had to deal with, and where I've kind of latched on to family because I was too scared to leave, and thus I've had to get drugged through the mud by them, right? I won't go into too much detail about my situation, but my family is that of snake tongues and cold stares, and you know, they just secretly wish the worst for you. But I've been getting out here more. I've been staying fit. I've been eating healthy, and well, as healthy as I can, right? You guys need to know that there's really nothing to fear with these goofs, right? These people we call gang stalkers. They're not much to fear because they can't touch you. They can't do anything. They have to follow the specific script, right? And if they can't follow it to a T, they usually flee, right? They're told, just do this. If anything goes wrong, if he films you or does anything like that, then back away, right? Flee. So just know that if you establish yourself a YouTube channel, if you start building subscribers, maybe put out a few catchy tips, tricks, advice, put out a few things like documentation of your experience and what you go through, and post it. And don't stop when these haters come, when these trolls come, when these gaslighters come, right? Really what you ought to do is you ought to just keep going, right? Block anyone that's being an asshole, and you'll do good on YouTube. You know, YouTube has been a blessing and a bit of a curse for me personally. But in this video I aim to kind of just get it out there, kind of what I'm dealing with. So the police, they decided they'd lay a charge down on me 3 years later, after I was already committed to a mental institution for 6 months, right? It was the classic hospital setup, right, where they congregate in a hospital and then wait for the target to show up. And then they run these games, right, where they try to convince you they're gonna kill you in there and all this type of stuff, right? Through their directed conversation and their nonsense, right? So I fell for it. I believed I had to fight for my life in there. So I began fighting. I won't go into too much detail other than I began fighting in there. And it was at that point I was taken to the hospital. And I endured 6 months of torture. 6 months of ruthless harassment in there. They did so many terrible things to me in there, but one that haunts me to this day is how they linked me up to what's referred to as a brainwave computer, or basically technology where they slowly map your brain over the years, and they can take control of it, right, if you let them. There's a cop there. But they can take control of your brain if you let them. And I've been fighting that for a long time. And I've been enduring the most sufferings, the biggest of tortures. One thing they like to do is they'll burn my brain, where it just feels like my brain's being microwaved. Whatever excuse they have, right? To do this to me, they'll burn my brain. They'll another one they would do early on is they would burn my back. Right, and it's just this feeling of pain. It's this feeling of like burning pain. What are these people like? It's this feeling of burning pain, and there's so many different things that they can activate your nerve cells, right? Your nerves, and shoot pain through them too, right? I remember one day I went to go work and I had to walk home, and what they did to me is they sent pain through both my knees, right? And I had to walk home about 6-mile walk, 7-8 mile walk home, and in this severe nerve pain, right? This severe nerve pain, and what they've been doing to me while all this is happening. You can see the one headlighter right there, right? Yeah. There's a dog too. But they give me this severe nerve pain, and yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Skitter needs to skid away from me. But yeah, I've endured so much torture, so much what you would all refer to as directed energy weapon attacks. Oh, here's Pooch. Hey, Pooch. Yeah, there goes Pooch there. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just let them do their thing. But I endured so much torture, right? In lots of ways that I can't explain, really. They've kind of done this to me. So through all that, I pushed. I still resisted to the bitter end, just like I said I would forever ago. And I continue to resist these fools, these harassers, right? I don't give them no credence. They don't deserve any respect from us. They don't deserve any kindness, any amount of mercy, any amount of pity. They're nothing. They don't deserve nothing. They are nothing, right? They're just meat suits, slaves. And that's my grand takeaway, right? You want to get a takeaway from me. And kind of how I feel being a targeted individual of 4 years. Well, I feel like we should all fight our hardest to survive. We should all do our hardest to survive. And we really shouldn't give these people the power they crave, right? I made many channels, right? The first 2 times I was intimidated and harassed into deleting the first 2 channels. But I'm back here on this one, right? Sisyphus was happy. And I'm doing this channel now. This is my last channel, but besides my backup channels. And it's been a good run. It's been fun, guys. You know, like I really couldn't offer enough thanks. I really couldn't say fuck you enough to all the trolls and all the idiots, right? Here goes these people, they're laughing away, doing their directed conversation. But you know, things are coming to a close in this life. Everything has its lifespan, and everything at one point must come to an end, right? So that being said, he has the one tail light too. Yeah. Scum. But at the end of the day, everything must come to a close, right? And that's how I'm feeling now that I'm facing court, is I need to leave a final kind of testimony as to what I've fought, what I've faced, what I've had to deal with. So I'm going to be working towards that, guys. And I very well might beat this case, right? Because it's mental illness, is what they're saying. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to say thank you, guys. Thank you, haters. Thanks for aiding my channel with your dislikes and your comments. You've only boosted me. It was always a good laugh, laughing at you fools. And then all the good people that have come along. Granted, they weren't trying to like manipulate or do this kind of thing where they try to get you on a Discord server and then they harass you on Discord, or whichever way it goes, right? Or maybe they'll leave like a comment that looks friendly to the naked eye but is actually rather insulting to the target, right? those people too. Thanks for boosting my channel. It's been fun. I've had nothing but fun with YouTube, you know. The funny thing is how it started is I saw my gang stalking in the very beginning, right? This is how I felt in the very beginning. Well, you know, I wanted to do a YouTube for a while, so I thought, why don't I do a YouTube on this topic? My life. What people call gang stalking. Which I think is a stupid term. Right? Gang stalking. Very stupid term. It doesn't even explain what we go through at all. I would like to call it organized harassment. You know? Trying to avoid the water there. I would like to call it organized harassment because that is a more accurate term as to what we deal with, right? So there'll always be the dumb fucks who'll say we suffer from mental illness, we suffer from schizophrenia or bipolar, right? The masses are quite stupid, guys, and we need to know that. It's just a bit of a rambling, but I'm gonna post it. It's kind of like a final ciao, a final goodbye before I am possibly sentenced for jail or prison time, right? Which at that point my channel will be deleted, or it'll just go dark, and people will be wondering what happened. Well, July 5th, they're having another hearing, and I'll keep you guys up to date. I'll keep you guys posted. And yeah, I'll let you know the day before I have to appear that that's what I'm doing. And it's at that point my channel will either be deleted, it will be which I hate this. I've run this channel for years, since 2016, I think 2015. Right, it started with gaming. It started with just pointless gaming videos, but it devolved into gang stalking, and then I've released music and stuff too, right? And it's been fun. You know, not very many people can walk in our shoes, guys. You know, not very many people can survive what we survive easily. You know, just know that about your harassers, guys. Is most of them, they wouldn't survive a day in your shoes. Right? They'd piss their pants and freak out and act crazy and end up institutionalized, and they'd be the easy prey, right? But it's people like us, the people that survive this, the people that persevere through this, that we are the most brutally harassed, because we offer aid to those who are going through the very exact same situation as us. But what have I been doing with my life? Well, I've been training lots of martial arts. I've been doing lots of strength training and eating as clean as I can. Right, I take lots of supplements and not really any cognitive altering supplements these days. There's someone flashing their headlights over there. It's bizarre. But I live a bizarre life, don't I? Anyways. So that's what it is. At the end of the day, everything must come to a close. And my takeaway videos I'd like you to go look at is the gang stalking self-defense roadmap guide, or maybe the camera sunglasses guide, or any of my helpful tips and advice. Use those as your main takeaways. Maybe save them to a hard drive. Do what you can to keep them for your own personal reference. It's got a one taillighter there. I see them. But keep it as your own personal reference. So, as you know, us targets, we get set up, we get the worst outcome in most scenarios, because mostly a lot of people do participate in this. And fuck, there's a lot of these truther channels, there's a lot of the misinformation out there about this, and that's the counter defense, right? If we can all just run to YouTube and not have it infiltrated and all this, then you know, they gotta lay down their counter defense. So you'll have all the fakes, you'll have all the perps on there, you'll have all the idiots like that, and a lot of these people have lots of subscribers. They have lots of clout, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep my head up. I'm gonna fight as hard as I can to get through this, and if I make it out on the other end, well, I'll be right back. Granted, YouTube hasn't completely banned the topic at that point with how communistic YouTube is becoming. So you need to know this, right? That there's fakes, there's people that will try to sway you so that they can run their games too, right? It's an industry. It's an industry filled with narcissists and lunatics. Hello.
What about you? Can I ask you a question?
What's that? This guy wants to ask me a question. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's lots of the whole program, I would say, is filled with lots of narcissists. It's filled with lots of people that just enjoy watching people suffer, right? But hey, I'm gonna pause this. If I even can. I'll restart the video. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, I was going on about how there's, yeah, the perps, who the perps are, right? Yeah, they're mostly narcissists. They're mostly you know, very insecure, lowly type of people who, they just get that thrill on picking on the little guy, picking on the one who's defenseless, and they know they can get away with it, so what do? They just join right in, and they do it, right? They're cowards, right? If they really had some sack, they wouldn't stand for this type of shit. Right? Idiots like this guy who feels it's okay to roar by me with a loud engine and try to intimidate me into shutting up. Right? All the retards that feel it's okay to follow somebody around and try and make their life a living hell just because Officer Dingleberry said it was okay. Well, you're not okay. You deserve to be in a cell. You deserve to be in a straitjacket, all you perps, and you know who you are. Half you people with your crazed laughs and your lunacy, your ridiculous attitude. God will judge you. Right? It's not up to me, it's up to God. Half you don't even believe in God, so you're already on your way to hell. So, you know, I can't help you other than telling you, don't do it. Right? Don't congregate around people and gang stalk and do all this weird shit, right? Don't do this to people because it's wrong. You know it's wrong too. But you enjoy it. You get this sick little thrill off of it, right? You get this kind of fix. And just know, people like you, God will cast you down. God will cast you down. Yeah. And so I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna construct a nice big testimony as to the 4 years. And if it never gets released, just know I never got to it. I was too tired, or I was too busy being harassed, or too busy with life, right? But hell, I've worked through this. I've ran a YouTube channel through this. I've done so many things through this, and I'm still here, right? I'm still here, and I'm not going anywhere. So just know that if the channel goes down, if the channel goes down, that's most likely means something bad happened to me, right? Because I'll never stop this channel. I would never delete it. That is my commitment. I deleted the last two when I wasn't really all that committed, right? But I will never stop. I will never delete this channel, and if it is deleted, then you can know that it wasn't me, right? So let's talk about what's your game plan. How are you gonna separate yourself from traitorous, snake-tongued family members, to gaslighting friends, to snake disgusting coworkers, to well, you can't escape the dumb idiots on the street that like to follow you around and harass you. But you know, you can always do things to just ignore them, right? Right? These people, they're told, go near him and do this, and we'll pay you. Right? And they do it because they're soulless assholes. But what's your plan? We need to be constructing plans, guys. We need to be constructing game plans as to what we're going to do to overcome this and survive and thrive. Right? I wish all of you the best. All you real targets, all you YouTube contributors who have contributed nothing but helpful information. The rest can eat it. Right, I don't care. And that may sound a bit rude or a bit like an asshole, but that's how I feel. And that's how I've always felt about the trolls. I've always just had a laugh and then moved on, right? Right? Look at Bright Man. This guy with brights on. Wow. It's impressive. But, yeah, I'm just walking around town at this point, rambling. I believe the point at hand has been communicated. So I'll just go into how my life's been going. So I guess I did in the other video. It's called Gang Stalking My Life in Rant Form or something like that. Where a bunch of people that pooled off of my arrested, charged with assault video pooled onto there to gaslight me and call me mentally ill, right? Which I don't give a shit about. I know what I'm saying. It's these people that want to paint a different story, right? But they'll come around you. They'll run their little games, do their little skits. But they're sad, man. You know, they're not really anyone of importance. That they're not people you should respect. They're not people you should give credence. I know I won't be. Right? I've done nothing to deserve this level of suffering and harassment and to be ganged up on in this fashion. Right? By people like this that like to wear gray and come around me, right? It's sad. It's a tragedy on both ends because the TI, we all know why that's a tragedy, right? But the perps, they're misled, they're manipulated, they're swayed and kind of made to believe certain things that are wrong, right? And which makes them manipulated fools, right? And they don't like to hear this because they're in denial as well, right? Excuse after excuse, they make excuses for how they conduct their shitty little lives, right? But let them be them. They're nothing. You know, they're worthless. That's how I see them. So that's how you guys ought to see him. Because I found relatively good amount of happiness through this. And you know why? It's because I didn't let people's shit-eating opinions get to me, right? Like, who the fuck are they? They don't know me. They think they do. They know a smear campaign. Oh. Like, come on. All right? They don't know shit. That's what I'm saying. About who you actually are. They thrive off their secret knowledge, their secret ops, their secret things they do, right? Oh, it looks like he's gonna have to wait. Yeah, but they thrive off their secrecy. See how he like almost cuts into me too. But they thrive off secrecy, right? They thrive in the shadows. So what do? You just pull them out of the shadows. You say, hey, these people behind me are gang stalkers. And then they'll be like, oh, guys, act natural. Oh, quick, stop talking. You know, these people are cowards. They're filth. Right? I've likened them to prostitutes many times. And that's not like a sexual thing or anything like that. That's more of like they're willing to do anything for money type of thing.
Hey, walk sign is on to cross. Hey, walk sign is.
So yeah. Alrighty, guys. Expect a testimony video. I'm gonna try to push one out. And God bless. Okay.